Good evening, Hawk fans. Welcome to Game 2 of the 4A Region 2 Regional Final. The home team, Pleasant Grove Hawks, back here in the friendly confines of Hawk Field to take on the Lindale Eagles. The Hawks with a 7th inning comeback last night to come back down 3-1 to score 3 in the top half of the last stanza with a big hit from Buck Anderson being the deciding run there, and Spencer Browning and tonight's starting pitcher Hunter Rose came in to finish the job and get us a Game 1 victory for this decisive game here in Game 2. The Hawks get a win tonight. They are the regional champions, play the winner of Mineral Wells and Seminole. Should the Hawks lose tonight and it does force a Game 3, that will be tomorrow in Mount Pleasant, but I'm going to assume that's going to be a moot point. It's an incredible scene out here tonight, Doty, for a regional final game. It is a packed house. We even brought in 200 extra seats, and man, the atmosphere is electric here for some baseball.
It is. It absolutely is. And I'm sure whenever you built this facility, it felt like this is what you imagined it to look like. And to bring out extra seating for you to host this kind of game, a regional final game at that is definitely something special. And I'm glad that we are able to have this here in Texarkana at Pleasant Grove and kind of replicate that same energy that we saw in Lindale last night. Absolutely.
They had a big crowd last night. We've got the same thing here, and so we expect a raucous environment as we get ready to get this thing started. My normal compatriot, Jay Davis, has had a graduation tonight, but we are left in the very capable hands of Zach Doty, who not only is running all the switches and making everything happen on the screen that you see, but he's providing some commentary as well to help keep us in line. The first man up now for Lindale is Ty McCoy, the second baseman. He comes in tonight with a .355 batting average, and he did get on base 2 times last night. He looks at strike 1. Now ball 1, that went up just a little bit high from Hunter Rose.
Take a look at Hunter's line so far this playoffs. I mean, it's been really incredible. 19 innings pitched, more strikeouts than he has innings pitched. Pretty wild.
This one just a little chopper back up the middle, goes over Rose's head. Jared Halter from second base able to wheel it in, but it is a base hit, and Ty McCoy's on again. And last night, he got on his first 2 at-bats, was intentionally walked the 3rd time. He was certainly the offensive standout for them. Now Aiden Worrell, the center fielder, steps into the box. He looks at ball 1, a little bit high, and on the outside. Coy gets a little lead over there on first base, and now Worrell shows bunt, but that one gets away from Hunter Rose, and Worrell takes it on the left hip. So he gets on base via the hit by pitch, and there are 2 Lindale Eagles on the base paths here in the start of this one. That brings up the third baseman, Jake Powell.
Now at bat, number 9, third baseman Jake Powell.
Last night, Powell was 1 for 3 with a double and a run. He had a big 2 RBI hit in the 4th to put Lindale ahead, and then also scored. See what he does here against Hunter Rose. This one right on that outside edge from Rose. Little off-speed pitch for strike 1. As he begins to get settled in here. Again, runners on first and second for the Eagles. This is the third man up as we get this game started. And this one a shot over to short. Out at third, Spencer Browning covering some space. Makes a beautiful throw over to Christian May to get the lead runner out. That's McCoy, and McCoy is a speedster. He was fast on the base paths last night, and so the Eagles still with a man on first and second. Beautiful defense out there by Spencer Browning.
That's just pure athleticism right there. I mean, I don't know many players other than Spencer Browning that are making that play. That's really incredible to start off with here in the first inning. Huge for Hunter Rose in this situation.
Caleb Hart, the catcher, steps in now. He looks at strike 1 right near the knees and Yeah, we've seen a few plays this year out there from the shortstop that just kind of make you shake your head. The 0-1 now to the catcher, Hart. Came in the middle of the game last night at catcher. Starting catcher moved out to the mound. This one popped up foul back toward the ticket gate. Hopefully those folks that are maybe still trying to get in out there had their head on a swivel. No balls and 2 strikes now to Caleb Hart. Rose gets the call. Strike 3 called right at the knees. Hart maybe didn't agree with it and let home plate umpire Sean Hall know about that. I don't know that I would start off the game there, mouthing back at the umpire. That brings up number 2, Carter Fleming. He is the right fielder.
And just what a way from Hunter Rose to respond there. You start off with 2 runners on, quick 2 outs after a great play by Spencer, and you lead it off with a strikeout there.
This one low and in the dirt. Buck Anderson does a good job to jump back up, make sure nobody is moving. Fleming was 1 for 3 last night with an RBI. He and Powell combined for all of their runs last evening. 1 ball and no strikes now. This one catches the outside edge for a strike as Hunter Rose puts a little zip on that one as it comes across the plate. And again, he looks back to Browning to get the call with a man there on second. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Fleming couldn't catch up to that one as it just continued to tail away from him. And now there's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And everybody wants to step off, reset, and try it again. And now we're ready. The 1-2 now from Hunter Rose. Strike 3 called. The first 2 guys get on base. Hunter Rose sits down the next 3 in order. And the top of the first ends with no runs across. 2 men left on base for the Eagles. We'll come back, and the Hawks will be up to bat. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk Baseball on Texarkana Game Day. All right, the starting lineup for your Hawks tonight. Leading off, second baseman Jarrett Halter. Second up, the center fielder Jace Elrod. Batting third, the shortstop Spencer Browning. Batting fourth, the pitcher Hunter Rose. Batting fifth, the catcher Buck Anderson. Batting sixth, right fielder Landon West. Batting seventh, the first baseman Walker Wright. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Christian May. Batting ninth, Ty Boozer. He's the designated hitter, hitting in place of the left fielder, Blue Rose. Halter last night was 1 for 3 with a run, a strikeout. He was hit by a pitch, and that hit by a pitch is what got that rally going for the Hawks there in the top of the 7th. And both Spencer Browning and Buck Anderson talked about that in their post-game interviews, how big that was just to stand in there and get on base, be a base runner, and help get that rally started in last night's game 1.
A really productive game by the top of the order and in the heart of the middle of the order. Really driving in those runs, getting on base, and they came up huge whenever they were needed the most there in that 7th to rally back the win. Just a very experienced group of guys that really showed it off there in the 7th.
So Jackson Parker now, the pitcher for the Eagles. Not a real tall guy out there. Halter fouls the first pitch. Back off the screen for strike one. This one a shot to third base. Powell gets it there, fires it over to first. It's in time to Hudson LeGros. And there's one out here in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up the center fielder, Jace Elrod. Elrod last night 3 for 4 with a double, a triple. Drove in 2 RBIs, had 2 stolen bases, and scored a run. He had himself a night. He would like to keep that going this evening. Jace Elrod has been a consistent force for good here in the number 2 spot. So a little off-speed pitch right down the middle for strike one.
And it's just felt like whenever Jace's energy is up, the rest of the team's energy is up. He kind of, everybody else matches based on his performance, and he's really been up lately, and so that's definitely helped the team out.
And just one of the nicest kids you'll meet as well. Always kind of a joy to be around out here when we're out here working on stuff. Fouls this one out over the left field line toward the track and practice field out there to the north of the stadium. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Elrod. Lays off of a high one just outside the zone, up between the letters and the chin. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And this one catches him on the right arm. And so both pitchers have put a man on base via the hit by pitch, and that one catches Elrod just above the right elbow. And that'll bring up Spencer Browning.
Now batting for the Hawks, number 19, shortstop.
Shortstop pitched an absolute gem of a game last night, gutted it out. You heard Coach Fincher talk about it in the postgame, how much he grew up out there as a pitcher. He looks at ball one on the outside, and Spencer's certainly a known commodity out there at shortstop, and last night got it done on the hill for the Hawks to win that game one. This one, chopped foul toward the left, kind of got inside on his hands a little bit, and he had to fight off of that one.
And so Spencer didn't even have the best night last night at the plate, but it was just the intimidation factor of him that led to an intentional walk, and he ended up being the go-ahead run that came across with Buck Anderson's single.
This one high foul, 0 for 3 on the stat line, but like you say, they maybe reputation precedes you there, and so when they got to the top of the 7th, they said, I don't think we want to see that, sent him, and then like you say, Buck Anderson stepped up big in that spot there, 1-1.
Well, and it was his awareness to get on second after the sacrifice fly by Hunter Rose, too, to get him in scoring position.
This one, they shot to third. They get Elrod at second, unable to turn the double play, though. Spencer showing off some of that speed we saw on the football field from back in the fall to get to first base. That brings up the pitcher, Hunter Rose. But, like you say,
Number 1 pitcher, Hunter Rose.
Took second, a very smart base runner, and just an incredible top of the 7th last night with these guys. And now we started over, see if we can't get something started a little bit earlier tonight. This one low for ball one. Hunter Rose came in to get the last 2 outs last night. And as expected, gets the start tonight. This one outside, low and away. Hunter Rose, another Hawk that can hit with some power. Out here at practice the day after we got the screen in front of the, or the net in front of the screen out there. He bounced one off of it. I told him, appreciate you waiting until I had the net up to do that. This one a shot down the right field line, foul. Hooked it just a little bit too much.
Just a little early on the off speed there, and did a good job of turning on it. But like I said, just a little early. But that right field alley that is here at Pleasant Grove's field is very big, and so you're looking to put it there and get extra bases.
Just a little bit of a breeze coming in toward home tonight, but not much movement at all. This one fouled off to the left side. That one will bounce off the softball home dugout. A little far to the right, a little far to the left. Let's see if we can't get something centered up here. 2 balls and 2 strikes now for Hunter Rose. Spencer Browning is going. He is in time, safe. Good job to take possession of the back side of that bag there. And Caden Adams just behind him on the tag. So now Hunter Rose with a man in scoring position, a chance to help out his cause with a full count here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. That one up in the zone. Hunter swings under that one. So we end the first with no score for either team. The Hawks leave 1 on base. We'll come back to the top of the second. The Eagles will be back up. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk Baseball on Texarkana Game Day.
Start your day with seamless transactions.
Add your State Bank card to your device's digital wallet and enjoy the convenience of tap-and-go payments. Easy, secure, and thankfully at your fingertips. Simplify your day with State Bank's digital wallet.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Welcome back, everybody. We want to give a huge shout out to our game sponsors for their dedicated support of Pleasant Grove baseball here in this series. I want to thank Anderson Orthodontics, Nothing Bunt Cakes for their support throughout all of Pleasant Grove's baseball series, and Browning Custom Home Builds. And so we really appreciate our game sponsors for everything that they do and supporting Texarkana Gameday and Pleasant Grove baseball.
Coach Darby down there getting the crowd fired up, trying to get the wave going. A little short wave when you got a baseball stands, but about 700 seats here, and these are all the way full. Plus we brought in an extra 200. Got a big crowd. Visitor side is filled up as well. Hudson LeGros steps in now. He's the first baseman. He was the pitcher from last night. Pitched a good game. He looks at strike 1 at the knees. Hunter Rose now working quickly. Strike 2. Sort of fell off there when LeGros had it sighted in. He was 0 for 2 last night with a strikeout. It's ball 1 there, 1 ball and 2 strikes. LeGros on the season is batting 150. This one popped up, coming back toward us in the stands, and bounces right over our heads off the press box here.
And for Lindale, they really need this bottom to the middle part of their order to really get hot and give them some success. We saw it from the top of the order yesterday.
This one, just a little shot right over to Jared Halter at second. He squats down. And sort of looks like a catcher out there at second base. Pulls that in. Out number 1.
Now batting number 8, left fielder Hayden Gately.
That brings up Hayden Gately. He's the left fielder. He got on base via the walk last night. Came in as a pinch hitter late in that game. Ball 1. Just a little bit low there. This one popped up foul over the right field side, down into the, call that a ditch or a channel or a creek. It can be any number of things. There's a big hole in the ground we got out here. Let some of the water drain off. This one just a little bit outside for ball 2. Not quite catching the edge of the plate. The 2-1 now. Swing and a miss. That one was in the same spot and then began to tail away from Gately. I tell you, that little curveball that goes away from right-handed hitters is hard to deal with sometimes.
Yeah, seeing that lefty arm of Hunter Rose's is going to be tough every time.
Swing and a miss. Strike three. Gately goes over the top of that one. That brings up the designated hitter, Cody Hendrick. He is hitting in place of the shortstop, Caden Adams.
Designated hitter, Cody Hendrick.
Cody Hendrick, a .245 batting average, has 12 hits on the year, 8 strikeouts.
That slider running in on him was really gross. Really good pitch there by Hunter Rose.
This one catches the outside corner. Yeah, you go away, and then all of a sudden comes inside. Strike two. This one right at the knees called. And Cody Hendrick and Hunter Rose is ready to work once again. Quickly sends it, swing and a miss. Strike three. Hunter Rose sets him down 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the second. Hawks will be back after this short break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk Baseball on Texarkana Gameday.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
And they do have Chick-fil-A.
All right, folks, welcome back out here to Pleasant Grove as we head into the bottom of the second. Buck Anderson, Landon West, and Walker Wright. The three due up for the Hawks to get this inning started. Facing Jackson Parker. On the mound, Parker.
Buck Anderson.
7-1 on the season with a 1.14 ERA. Buck Anderson, shot towards center field. Warnell able to get under it and camp out for out number one. That'll bring up the right fielder, Landon West. Landon last night was 1 for 3. Strikeout and a hit by pitch. Hit it right in the middle of the back last night. First pitch from Parker, just a little bit high. Ball one. Fouled this one off the screen. Landon got under that one just a little bit. Look for something to drive there. One ball and one strike. This one fouled off to the right side. Spectators down there are going to go down and try to get that one. That guy standing down past the batting cages down there. Makes the count 1-2 now. This one fouled back to the net. Landon West staying alive here on this at bat. One of those things, maybe just make the pitcher work a little bit. This one popped up toward foul territory on the right side. Hudson McGrow able to track that in for out number 2. We got a pretty good space on either side of the foul lines here, and that time that was an advantage for the visiting team. They had plenty of time to get out there. That brings up Walker Wright, the first baseman, a junior. for the Hawks. He was 1 for 3 last night with a triple. Went all the way out to the wall in right center. Looks at this one low and outside for ball 1. And packed house out here tonight. Always fun to see. This one a chopper back toward first base. It'll be a close play. Out. They just get there before right. Kind of caromed off the glove of Parker there, but Ty McCoy was able to reel it in and get it to Hudson DeGrow just in time, and so the Hawks are retired in order. 1, 2, 3. We'll take a break, come back for the top of the third. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk baseball on Texarkana Gameday.
Yay! We're so excited you decided to become a member.
Thanks. I didn't think it would be this easy.
I know. We've opened up memberships so even more people can take advantage of our amazing services.
Are you gonna clean this up?
Become a new member and take advantage of all RRCU can offer. Experience the credit union difference anytime, anywhere.
No, seriously, are you gonna clean this up?
Do you RRCU?
Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we want to give a huge shout out to our game sponsors for their support of this regional final series between Pleasant Grove and Lindale. Big shout out to Anderson Orthodontics, Nothing Bunt Cakes, and Browning Custom Home Building. Thank you again to our game sponsors for their relentless support of Texarkana Gameday and Pleasant Grove baseball.
All right, Hunter Rose and company back out on the field, due up in this inning. For the Eagles is the number 9 hole, Jackson Parker. He's the starting pitcher for the visiting team, and that'll bring up the start of the order once again. Ty McCoy and Aiden Worrell.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 10, pitcher.
I will have to say my favorite thing about yesterday was every time Jackson Parker came up, the PA announcer would go, "You know his name." Jackson Parker.
Must be famous. Strike 1 on the outside edge there to Parker. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. This one a little bit too far outside.
Good pitch there, mixing up sequences, getting the batter's eye moving, seeing how much he'd bite and how aggressive he is.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. A little bit too aggressive on that one, and just like you said, just kind of see what you can get him to do. And so we do start the order back over with Ty McCoy, the second baseman. Jay Davis sending me a photo of his view from graduation tonight, his nephew graduating over at First Baptist this evening. So we see strike 1 in here to Ty McCoy. So I sent him a picture of my view from here in the press box, and we both agree that mine's just a little bit better. Strike 2, what a beautiful curve coming in there from Hunter Rose. Just froze Ty McCoy there in the batter's box. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
And just a beautiful sequence there by Hunter Rose, back-to-back curveballs, and then you speed him up with a high fastball. You can't ride it any better as far as pitching sequences go, especially to the top of the order in Ty McCoy, who's been really good so far this series.
And he adjusted his delivery on that last pitch, too, with just a little bit of a pause. So now Aiden Worrell, the center fielder, comes up and fouls this one off back behind him. Worrell was 0 for 1 last night. Strike. Called on the outside corner, 0-2 now to Worrell. Strike 3 called. Hunter Rose sets them down in order via the strikeout. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Hawks will bring up Christian May, Ty Boozer, and Jared Halter. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk baseball on Texarkana Gameday.
Meet Tony Langford Roofing, your trusted name in roofing solutions. Decades of experience and top-notch service. Passionate about your home safety, we treat every roof like our own. From repairs to full installations, we've got your home covered. Upgrade your roof with our variety of styles and materials. For roofs that last long, choose Tony Langford Roofing. We've got you covered.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Pleasant Grove. We head to the bottom of the third. Christian May, Ty Boozer, and Jared Halter due up in this inning. Just want to remind you all these commercials you see throughout the game, all the logos you see in the corner. Those are the folks that help us bring this to you. Some incredible baseball action across the region. Pleasant Grove in a regional final tonight. Liberty Ilo will be playing in Nevada Community tomorrow night and Saturday. Texarkana Gameday will be on the call for those as well. So when you see those sponsors, let them know how much you appreciate them bringing this to you wherever you are. Third baseman Christian May now steps into the box for the Hawks against Jackson Parker. This one in the dirt, low and outside for ball one.
And just how special of a thing that it is that we get to see over the years both of these teams so competitive throughout the playoffs. This year, both of them in the regional final since they moved into different classifications. It's just really cool to see, and the fact that both of these teams have a chance to still be at Dish Falk in the same week, back-to-back games even, would be super special.
That would be a pretty awesome thing for Texarkana. The 1-1 now to Christian May. This one a little flare out to left field. Hayden Gately gets up underneath it and easily brings that one down for out number one. So now Ty Boozer, designated hitter, getting in place of Blue Rose.
And the man for Hawks number 28, designated hitter, Ty Boozer.
Boozer, it's the ball one, just a little bit low down near the knees. This one, it's over the top of that one, kind of a little chopper back toward the catcher. 1 ball and 1 strike now. This one shot towards second, and Ty McCoy is waiting for it. This kind of happened last night, Zach. We hit the ball hard at times, hit it right to them, and just needed some balls to fall in some of the green space, and kind of bit by the same bug tonight as we turn the lineup over here.
You mash these balls hard, but it's kind of momentum. Like the energy's up, and it's kind of hard to level it down and stick to your normal swing. And so I think once the game starts to go on and they get more comfortable, they start seeing the arms a little bit more. Everybody starts to settle in a little bit better.
A little bit better placement there. 1 ball and no strikes now for Halter. This one fouled back, strike one. Back toward the entrance. Hear it bounce off the concrete back there. At least I hope that was the concrete and not somebody's forehead. One ball and 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Halter. High fly ball toward left field. Hayden Gately tracking it and pulls it in. And so the Hawks go down in order here in the bottom of the 3. We head to the top of the 4th. We're all knotted at 0. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk baseball on Texarkana Gameday.
Texarkana, when it comes to electricity, you do not want to strike out. That's why I trust the pros at Livewire Electrical Services. These guys are the real MVP, voted Electricians of the Year 3 years in a row. Now that's a home run, baby. Need to upgrade your lighting to LED, diagnose a breaker that won't stop tripping, or add a portable generator connection? Livewire has you covered. Power problems? Call Livewire Electrical Services today. I know I do, because with these guys, you're always safe at home.
All right, folks, welcome back to Rose Hen Company. Out there on the field, I'll let you know that Next week, we've got some exciting things coming up here as well. Independent of the fact that Hawks may be moving on in the final, but here in Texarkana, the Red River FCA All-Star Games will be going on. This will pit students from Northeast Texas and South Arkansas against each other, state versus state. Got baseball, softball, boys and girls basketball, and football. All happening next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Baseball and softball get it started off here next Wednesday here at this beautiful facility at Pleasant Grove. Both softball and baseball will be happening Wednesday. Thursday night, head over to the Raider Dome at Liberty Ilo for boys and girls basketball. And then Friday night, football game, Texas versus Arkansas here at Hawks Stadium. So you can check out Red River FCA on Facebook to find out the information for that. But it's always a great time to see some of these graduated seniors take the field and the court one last time. Jake Powell now stepping in for Lindale. He is number 3 in the lineup, the third baseman. Swing and a miss, strike one on the outside edge there. Just kind of got a tip of that one. This one fouled off, out to the right side, down into the, maybe we'll just call it a water hazard. Dodie, how about that? It's a water hazard.
Give him a penalty.
Yeah.
Drop.
Of course, in August, there won't be much water in there, that's for sure. But you get out here in April or so, and you could almost do some fishing out there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I think kind of what you're saying there. Maybe Hunter just seeing what he could get him to do. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That one, a little bit of high heat. Powell unable to catch up with it, and now Caleb Hart,
Now batting number
the
3,
catcher,
Caleb Hart.
steps into the box. This one high and outside. Hunter couldn't get it to squeeze down. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
And it's just been that high fastball that's been the kryptonite for both teams. I mean, it got Hawks to swing and miss a lot yesterday, already a little bit today, but it's really gotten the Eagles so far tonight from Hunter Rose.
Having a little slider inside. Got Caleb Hart twisted up. Kind of fouled it off right at his hands. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. This one outside. Two count now from Hunter Rose. This one's still a little bit too far outside. He's trying to see if he can get him to do something, but last 2 have just been a little bit too far, and now we've worked a full count here. This one fouled off, Hart staying alive. He tried to catch up to that fastball.
Looked like he was trying to frame the slider on the outside edge to frame that for a strike. Just hasn't quite broken enough those last 2 pitches.
That one is low for ball 4. And, I mean, Hart was trying to confirm with the umpire, did you call that a ball? And now coach is going to send in a pinch runner for his catcher. Sends in number 11, Daxton Derfelt.
Saw him come in for relief.
Yep.
There in that game last night.
Yep, started behind the plate and then came in as a relief pitcher. Carter Fleming, the right fielder, now steps in as Hunter Rose checks on Derfelt over at first base. Checks on him again, gets there, safe.
That was a lot closer than it probably should have been, too, because Derfelt stumbled getting back to the bag.
Rose looks over at first, fires over again. He's in there safe. He's trying to toy with Derfelt again. Carter Fleming is the right fielder. He's the man in the box. He looks at ball 1 inside. curve just a little bit too much for Hunter. Checks the man on first. Foul back. Strike one.
And it was that deadly pickoff move by Hunter Rose that got him into a 2-out situation yesterday. It made it even tougher for the Eagles to come back after having that man on first. And so Hunter looking to have some of that same success here with the runner on first in the top of the fourth with one out.
Hear one of their fans yelling, try it again. They don't want that. Got him! Oh, they say he's safe. That one is close. I thought he got him, folks. He must have just got a hand back. And now first base coach kind of having a little bit of an extended talk there with Derfelt. 1 ball and 1 strike to Fleming. This one just stays up a little bit too high for ball 2. Ball 3 up high. Hunter a little bit frustrated there. I think maybe Coach Fincher's going to come out and talk to him. I think that call over there at first might have been one that Hunter wanted a little bit. And Coach Fincher going to come out and say, hey, calm down, deal with the batter. At least that's what I'm going to imagine that he's saying.
Yeah, and it might be a matter of, hey, you're at 3-1. You might want to just kind of figure it out from here. And if it ends up happening, worry about the next batter and what it's going to take to get that out from there. Because, I mean, you still have a chance at a double play ball with runners on first and second.
3 balls and 1 strike to Fleming. Yeah, you certainly don't want to just leave something up there for him to get. Oh, this one gets away from Walker Wright, and now Derfelt is going to make it over to second. Walker's trying to get the tag down just a little bit early. So now the Eagles have a man over in scoring position for Fleming. Still 1 out here in the top of the 4th. This one is inside for ball 4. Also got away from Buck Anderson, and so Hart's able to move over to third, and so now
number 16, first baseman
Lindale with runners on the corner. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Hudson LeGros. Bunt from LeGros goes foul. That was the 54th pitch of the evening for Hunter. LeGros trying to see if he can get a suicide squeeze here. This one, little chopper back to Spencer Browning, and he's unable to connect with Walker Wright at first. And 1 run is going to score, and Lindale still has runners on the corners first and second. That was going to be a really close play as it was, and just bounced there in front of Walker Wright and got behind him. Still 1 out. Runners on the corner. Hayden Gately, strike 1 on the bunt attempt. You can see Christian May, the third baseman, crashing down toward that one. No balls and a strike here. So they fire it over to first. He's back in there safe. Get the bunt down. Browning scoops it up. Assume that's Christian May scoops it up. Out at first. 2 outs now. Moves the runner over, but they do keep the runner on third base. And so now Lindale with runners at second and third.
Number 7 designated hitter, Cody Hendrick.
2 outs for the designated hitter, Cody Hendrick, the number 8 man in the order. Hendrick wants time to think about it. Everybody's back set and ready. This one outside for ball 1. Like you say, just unable to get that thing to come in just enough to catch that outside corner there. This one fouled back. That one might end up in the concession stand. Back over our heads.
Oh, they got Chick-fil-A over there. What a good time to be a person in this audience.
Man, just go over there and get you a sandwich. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Hendrick unable to catch up with that one. Hawks do have a man warming up down in the bullpen.
Looks like it's Weston Samuels down there.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Rose gets the strikeout there, but a couple of miscues in the field allow Lindale to get 1 across here in the top of the 4th. We head to the bottom of the 4th. We'll take a short break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk Baseball on Texarkana Gameday.
Family owned and operated. State-of-the-art equipment,